Hi Masters, thank you for joining me. I've just done the video you're about to watch, right? And I've come back from a walk in the park. And you know how when you release something it comes back at you for one last final thing? It's a test energetically. It's like, you just release me, let's see. So we released something which I have never really seen before, and I just saw it in the park. I'm going to tell you what it is. Paris and I are walking, right? She's on the lead, but I've let go of it. We walk where we walk all the time, just taking her so she can do her business. And we turn the corner and 3 dogs, including the biggest black Alsatian you've ever seen in your entire life, come bounding towards this fluff ball. And she internally turns into a Rottweiler, decides that she's going to take them all on and she's going to go straight for the big black one. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I didn't feel scared, but it was like I totally left my body. Sorry. So I must have been scared. Disassociation, right? Really good at it. So I completely jumped out because I could not reach the dog before the black dog, the big Alsatian, right? So I couldn't do it. I put my foot down on the lead and I just missed it. And so I was like, no, Paris. And then I saw this man behind these dogs, another little fluffy white one and a black medium-sized one, and then this massive thing that just came bounding, like up high, jumped high. And as it jumped to come down on Paris, there was a call. Hello? And it turned in midair. It turned in midair and went back and sat down beside this guy. I was like, and I came back into my body going, thank you for being able to do that. Who are you? Like, are you, like, it was just a magician, right? It was just like, he looked, I just got it there when I said, who are you? It's Commander Ashtar. I knew he was with me too. Ashtar Command. So you'll hear about this in the next video. But what I'm saying is that black Alsatian turned in midair and went back and sat next to him. So they were showing me, right, the spirit, the Jezebel spirit that we just released in the next video. I just released it. And it came bounding at me high, like black dog in the air. It was a visual. I remained very calm, though I wasn't in my body. But when I came back in, I was like, I said, are you a dog trainer? And another gentleman came with Paris on the lead and led her back to me. And he's giving me back this fluff ball. And he goes, oh, we're just doing some security, management systems. I went, oh, he's security. I said, thank you. I said, you're very good at security. Thank you for being so good at that, that dog training thing. And he goes, yeah, well, you nearly lost yours. I was like, okay, bye. We're out of here. And then I just burst into tears. I was like, oh my God, they're showing me how massive this Jezebel spirit is. And she's allowed in through any unforgiveness and resentment. So we call upon Archangel Michael right now to guard you as you go through this and release it. And also as you stand in your power and truth in the next couple of days. It's not scary. I just want you to know and go, that was my test. And look how it was like I was protected. Do you understand? For this dog to turn around in midair and go back and sit beside this guy. No dog does that. It was like, oh my God, I just witnessed a miracle. So that's it. I faced it. It's done, right? I've got to stand in that power, because when I started doing the video you're about to hear, I didn't know I was going to go that far. So I was even talking to Sanat on my walk saying, why did we go that far? Are they okay with that? And then he showed me the dog thing. So it's like, oh, okay. They'll be okay with that if they know it's coming, right? So it's not going to scare you going, there, Jezebel, right? Bye-bye. And then it's gone for good. So I feel euphoric now. I feel really good. So I just want you to bring Archangel Michael. Know that you need to be present and you need to be grounded and you need to have your symbols of Reiki master symbols in your aura so that they ground, balance, and protect and clear your energy field physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, okay? And then you are free of that. It will be gone from our lives forever. And then you allow others to do so. Thank you so much for being master of the light. And I now let you get ready for the part 2 of releasing unforgiveness and the Jezebel Spirit. I love you, Masters of the Light. Thank you for shining so bright and for going where no one really wants to go. I love you. Namaste, angels of the light. Welcome, it's Bella Katrina. I'm here talking to Reiki Masters. Since my awakening, that first initialized in 2010, when I changed jobs, went into my life purpose. Then there was a massive wave on the 16th of December 2016, and I found myself in Seal Rocks in a beach house on the beachfront. And I had this house to myself before friends arrived the next day. And I sent out a drum call because the ocean magnifies the call. So I sent out a drum call. For my birthday was on the full moon. The night before, I think, the full moon. So then I meditated on love, opened my heart to love, the vibration of love, because it's a vibration 6,000 times more powerful than fear. And I feel fear, like I know what fear feels like. I know fear can come up like an adrenaline rush, like a hit, like boom, or you can lose all the blood out of your body. You know that feeling when you lose all the blood because it's a shock? In that energy, you can get programmed. It's the best way, shock and trauma, to reprogram us. Anyhow, since that call, I have actually been working with the galactic brothers and sisters, and also learning a lot about the micro and the macro, if you like. So how in my micro world, how really that is actually happening on a grand scale. So my circumstances, you know, that make you feel blocked or closed off or lack of power. So that is happening, and you think, don't worry about it, just keep going because you've got to change the world, right? But you are the world, so you've got to start with your tiny aspect, the micro, and it affects the macro on a level that you cannot even understand or comprehend in our human brains at this moment. So this is to come back to self. And this is really for divine feminine and the feminine aspect of the male. Because there's dark forces about. And I've just, since talking to the Twin Flame Collective, I have been contacted, if you like, or channeled. It's the energy like when somebody's loved one who's passed over is here telling me about them. Right, so the energy's like that. That's how I know, because I've been working with this type of energy to know who's passed over, who's earthbound, who's dark side, right, who's angelic. And then you get to source, right? And source is euphoric. Anyway, it's a high, high, high vibration. So we're going from low to high. So that's why I can read mediumship and talk to the archangels and talk to source. But you're going up and down like a lift, you know. So the dark forces are in the basement. They're below the first ground floor. Right? Ground floor are people that have not passed. First floor is loved ones who've passed over. Right? And it goes on. Up to the energies. And we want to get as high as possible. So we could never do that before on planet Earth, right? Never before. So the energy becomes a cycle, a karmic cycle that you cannot get out of. So we come back in this soul and keep living it over and over again. That's why the portal opened. And I didn't even know anything about it. And I'm up there drumming, right? Because I'm following my intuition. And then they revealed to me in the coming days star seeds I met on my birthday from different planets, mate. They were out there. And then we realised we're actually from the same planet. Oh, it's a star, it's not a planet. Oh, you're an astronomer. Oh, well, I love those ones. They just winked at me. He goes, they're Pleiades. I'm like, oh my God, I'm from there. Went like that. It was really quite funny. And then the next following days I saw fallen angels. And the fallen angels, right, come in through, say you're worshipping Satan. And you don't know it though, right? Because silence is consent. So he's in a lot of places and he's a trickster and he tricks you. So it looks like one thing, but really it's something else. So it's the micro-narcissistic behavior on a massive micro scale. So they've come in to help these beings of light from the stars, from our original star system. And there's 4 that you would be from. So it's, as far as I'm aware, Andromedan, Pegasus, Pleiades or Venus, Arcturus, Sirius, and they do come, they're showing me back from the Lyrians, so even the Lyrians have come straight forward. So like the whole galaxy or universal galaxy is actually watching planet Earth at the moment, because the energy of dark and light has come right down to the 4th dimension, because the light's one on the 5th dimension and it's condensed. And so from the 4th dimension, right, that dark energy and light energy cannot get down here, only through us, through who talks to who. So people that I knew for all my life had fallen angels directing them in their psychic aura. Like we have guardian angels, Archangel Michael, they had fallen angels. So I kept hearing this fallen angels, following this drum call and this beach night, and I met all the star seeds. And then it was so clear to me, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. But I had to leave this place. So I just left because it was so many fallen angels, like not just 1 or 2. It's like everybody had them. And then they were showing me how they deep root into your psychic aura, and they gain roots over time, especially through worship. And these particular, you know, some people have Catholicism. It's actually the worst because of the underpinning negative drone energy. Because it's run by Satan. So you're worshipping what you think is something good, but it's satanic. And you know from the vibration, from the energy, you know. So when I'm in a high vibration like that, calling in beings of light, drumming, you know, and then that's what allowed me to see the difference. So I'm up in the penthouse suite, so to speak, and I had to go down to the ground floor and then into the basement. So I don't want to go into the basement. I just don't like it there. right? But it's reality. And if it wasn't, you know, people that were close to me that I knew, I wouldn't have gotten it. I just wouldn't have gotten it. And it actually, you know, it breaks your heart. So the universal law of free will, which means that they cannot intervene without your permissions, meaning I cannot uproot that negative energy around them in their aura. I cannot uproot that fallen angel. It's following them around because the roots are so deep from this satanic worship. So without their consent, you know, without them saying, I want to. So if you don't say, yes, I want to release from this, then consent is given to the dark forces. So we have to be really vigilant because he's a trickster, right? And what you learn about in this narcissistic codependency energy is this is how the earth and is ruled on a massive level. It's massive. So disarming from that, it's like disarming your opponent, and we do it through vibration and being present. So they're the only two ways. So I just want to give you a little snapshot of time and space. It's a story. If you think of a large energy that is ruling Earth, and that energy has dominion over, an ability to rule over, as long as it stays in the universal laws, right? But they've been broken by these forces, and God said that's enough. So he opened the portal, and it's all times, everything's lining up. It's all the libraries, our 12 chakras, our 12-strand DNA, lining up with the 12 planets in the 12 libraries, with the 12, do you know what I mean? It goes up into the cosmic, galactic, universal, all together. So we're calling on our brothers and sisters, and they came to me, galactic brothers and sisters from Pleiades, and told me that this is spiritual warfare. And this is light worker. Like, it's time to work. And as a light worker, you bring the light. And you bring it back to self. And these beings that govern Earth, right? Their timing between the years, say, 2013, 2014 to the year 2027. Right, so what's that, 14, 15 years to us is a day and a half. To the Anunnaki, a day and a half, if you were to compare it. So when we get into the present moment in that time frame, we cannot be seen, they cannot find us. They have us being monitored all the time through facial recognition on Facebook. That's what's called Facebook, because it gives facial recognition, and your responses are recorded. And on your iPhone, what you do, your actions, how you respond to things, what your actions are, what you do next, how you say things, and different courses of action is all recorded through your iPhone or your dumb phone, and even through Wi-Fi in your home. It can be, the new TVs have it where you're watched all the time. The reason this is done is because they want to replace us with robots. So they're getting intel. on the real thing, especially light workers. So then they can target you through your logarithms, the words you use, the language you speak. Everything's being recorded. And when you go up to the macro, up higher, on other planets, if you like, dimensions, all this intel is going to be used against us to be replaced. Because the goal is 7 billion down to 500 million within the next 3 years. It's meant to be by the end of this year, but the elect have slowed it down. We've bided time, if you like. If not for the elect, none would leave, only the elect. So we have got 3 years, if you like, well, 2.5, all out massive action to bring as much light here as possible, to get present all the time, more often, and to buzz ourselves up with life force so we cannot be seen. Right? Detach, detach, detach. Get into the present moment, get life force, and then beam it out. So that was an introduction to lead into an advanced conversation regarding healing on a master level. So Sanat Kumara keeps coming in. He's here again. He's been in everything I've had done lately, and he's following me around, right? Just like the loved ones who passed over follow me around. These beings of light follow me around. Now, I thought he came from Pleiades, right? So I'm saying to him, oh, just this energy. It's like, who are you, Sanat? I didn't bring you in. And he said, it was like when I was thinking he's from Pleiades. And then I did the Venus, you'll see, the Venus invocation. And he was there. So he's the twin flame of the Lady Venus. So he's from Venus, not Pleiades. I said, well, I didn't invite you in. I wanted to talk to, it's Ashtar Command I'm asking for. And he said, so that wasn't you with your arms in that park, up high, screaming, Venus beings of light, come to me now? I went, oh yeah, that was me. So you're late. I asked that yesterday. Anyhow, divine timing, right? So here's Sanat Kumara, a being of light, telling me that the reason that you don't get accepted by Jesus into New Earth, 90% of women do not, at this stage, would not get in and would go to the dark side. Oh, we're in it now. Okay. So I'm just channeling it now with him. So I don't know what I'm saying. He's saying, anyway, so I know exactly what I'm saying. That's what the time frame is. So it's a 2.5 years to get 90% of women to release unforgiveness and the Jezebel Spirit. So this is not just women, he said. Remember, it's 25% within the masculine as well. She can take over the masculine, definitely. And that's why in Hollywood, right, and the actors and in the music industry, she's taken over what looks like the men but are really hermaphrodites. The Jezebel Spirit's taken over the feminine energy within the masculine, yes, but within the energy of what looks like a masculine, but is in fact trying to be a hermaphrodite, but was born by God of the opposite sex. So I'm just going to leave that with you, because your masters Right, I'm going to helping to, you know, just trigger you a little bit and help expand your consciousness. And we're coming back now to the micro within you and releasing unforgiveness towards any masculine or feminine in your life, from this life, from this moment right now, because I'm talking to you as masters, right, because you've done self-empowerment program. We've already undone, I was going to say, released, undone. Delving into the Akashic records there, we went back and cleared that past life, that timeline. And lots of you had many timelines. And then we came in and did the genetic coding clearing. So that all happened, right? You've done that. The inner child wounding, the soul fragment retrieval. Right? So you're not as bad as you think. You're ready now to clear out the last remnants. And it might only be 10% in you, it might be 5% in you, it might only be 2% in you, but we're mirroring it back at you now really big, because when we clear the micro, the macro is automatic. So we're looking at any unforgiveness, and you're just resting in any unforgiveness towards a masculine energy. For feminines, that would be 25%, and any feminine energy towards you. In this lifetime, right, in the last week, how has it come up? Right, since I did the full moon in Sagittarius, right, since the full moon in Sagittarius, it's massive, which is 6 months from the December the 16th, right? So everything's coming to pass since the gateway first opened. This is the first reality of it. We have to hold it down here, and it can't be held down here with unforgiveness or anything to do with the Jezebel spirit. So we cast out the Jezebel spirit from our hearts, minds, and psychic auras, and we bring down Archangel Uriel, the psychological angel. And we've got Archangel Michael. We've got Sanat Kumara, right? He's been dying to do this. I didn't know that this is what he wanted to do. But hey, I'm just the bloody messenger, aren't I? The channeler. Gotta get out of the way, Bella. So here I am, getting out of the way and bringing you this message. So we surround ourselves now with Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and we bring Jesus in for the healing of anything regarding our sexuality. We ask to help forgive anything that was done towards us or against us in this lifetime from any masculine energy. We now release this unforgiveness from our hearts, minds, and psychic auras by saying, Archangel Uriel, come to me now. I give you permission and ask to help me release all unforgiveness from my heart, my mind, and psychic aura. I ask that this be done in all directions of space and time. For this life, past lives, parallel lives. And I ask now to be filled with compassion in its place. Thank you, thank you. Big deep breath. And we're now going to ask Archangel Michael, the Reiki Masters, to come in and buzz us up. So we call in and invoke the energies of the Reiki Masters, Hoeo Takata Chujiro Hashi Mika Osui. to open us as a channel of universal Reiki life force, to bring forth everything that is needed for us right now. We ask that Archangel Michael and Jesus be present, and we now see Mary Magdalene and Kuan Yin arrive. This is on behalf of the High Council for Sanat Kumara. Oh my God, he's not going to follow me everywhere, is he? I hope I get a break after this. That's why I thought I was a bit nervous about tuning into this collective of galactic beings. It's a new dimension for Bella. But they say I've been traveling there since I was a little kid. Anyway. Maybe I have been. That's what all feels so normal. But it's weird to talk about it. Archangel Michael, cast out all remnants of the Jezebel Spirit from me now. I ask that you cut all cords of this low energy, and any snake demons, take them from me now. Reiki Masters, take them from any energetic field that I come into contact with. We ask to lift it and take it and transmute it back into universal life force. We now release any strongholds of the Jezebel Spirit on our psychic aura. We ask them to leave, and they do not have permission, that we do not give consent, and we cast them out now. We ask Archangel Michael for his sword and shield of protection right now, to stand by our side day and night, vigilantly on guard of the spirit, on guard of the snake demons found in alcohol and spirits and cigarettes. We ask that they be cast out from our energy field now. So just taking a big deep breath. Right, so this is why I'm talking to you as masters, is because they have such a stronghold on people that I'd never seen before, these fallen angels, right? So they cannot be in the third dimension, but they can use people to come and bring you down, to take your light. This person doesn't choose the light, then they automatically give consent, because silence is consent. So people around us, right? But it has to be in you a tiny bit for it to be mirrored back at you. That's what this is full on. This is why we're clearing out the last remnants. You may think, I've done a lot of forgiveness. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this again. But you're doing this on behalf. This tiny little bit of work you're doing is on behalf of planet Earth, the collective. It's a collective energy. And that's where Sanat Kumara comes in, because that's where they work. He's reminding me he's from the 7th ray, and he's bringing healing. I'm going to show you who he is. Yeah, they're from here. So then I found them in here, right? After I met them. Lady Venus, these are from Venus. And this is her. So you're doing healing right now. So just breathing in that healing, because we're letting go of the unforgiveness. So this is massive. Big deep breath. Allowing yourself to hear, see, think or feel anyone that you don't forgive. So anything that you're harboring against another. Oh my gosh, have I taken him out? Where is he? For goodness sake. Sanat Kumara, it's light activation. Whoa, right? Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Reiki Masters, shine your light. You're the pillar of light. So getting the pillar of light and doing that meditation every day. I'm going to put him up. right? Sanat. But I'm dyslexic, so I was saying Sanat Kumara. So just forgive me because I don't mean it. And he thinks it's funny. They're laughing at me. They think it's funny. And I'm like, yeah, because language is so tiresome. Always found English quite tiresome. And it's laden with these people from the Anunnaki. Everything's laden with their energy. It's a bigger matrix than you can possibly imagine. Energetically, here, 95% unseen, remember? Energy. 95% of energy is unseen. So this means eternal youth, right? That's why we're getting into the present moment and we're clearing out like we're going to be reborn energetically. We're clearing out this energy of the Jezebel spirit and unforgiveness towards any masculine energy. He is an advanced cosmic light being. I'll just tell you about him, who's dedicated to helping the earth rise above and towards the light. He's, as far as I'm concerned, the leader of the keepers of the light. Oh, he's the leader. He has been acknowledged as a god in Hinduism and in the Mahabharata story, which has come from heaven bearing God's divine plan. In more recent times, he has been acknowledged as coming from Venus. Oh, and bringing through unconditional love. He has eyes that are made of the cosmos, with the ability to penetrate the soul and activate its brightest light yet. He can seem otherworldly because his looks are beyond human. Yes. He is a being of the light shining with the purest intentions. He is the twin flame of Lady Venus. Together they activate the heart and light of those who welcome their help so they can shine brighter than ever. And Lady Venus, right? So I've done the Venus invocation with Lady Venus. But Sanat wanted to be there, right? Sanat. Because why? Because they're twins. So they're working with me on the collective with the twin flame. But, you know, this is who I want to talk to, right? Ashtar. I call him Ashtar Commander, but they're Command. But they call him Commander Ashtar. Right, I want action here, action. No, right, back to here, back to light activation. So I did it, right? And I thought, now we go away. But no, he's making me tell you. Sorry. Bringing through unconditional love, right? Is the twin flame of Venus, and together they activate the heart of those who welcome their help so they can shine brighter than ever. You are here to light up the world, dear one. You may feel that you are being pushed or that there is a lot going on at once, and this is because your energy is magnetic to others and they want it in their life. Take the time to listen to your inner voice. Remember the cosmic light of heaven and draw it into you now. That is all you need to do to inspire the world. So in the space of any darkness now, we've actually brought in Sanat Kumara and Lady Venus to heal any feminine energy, to heal any feminine unforgiveness from any feminine energy in your life. I'm being bossed around, but you know how that happens. So I've been asked to get Tiffany. Tiffany's here. Tiffany. And amethyst heart, right? And we've got hematite because we're grounding everybody. We've got the black obsidian for protection of love. See that? And you got the you got the sexuality being healed, illumined. And we've got the twin flame crystals at the back and lit, right? So we're in advanced Reiki Master therapy here. Reiki Master Advanced Therapy. I'm also sharing this with the twin flame community because they're the masters of the light, 144,000 elect. So it's coming together, right? So I'm bumping up my masters to the higher vibration. And we're doing that with these beings of light. And we're clearing out now and just receiving in its place this high vibration of light. So we're going to do the invocation to the Venus beings of light. After this, it's up to you. I want to thank you for your strength, And I want to thank you for identifying those bits of unforgiveness and for acknowledging and accepting that the Jezebel spirit is alive and well and active, and we need to be vigilant. We need to be light workers or light warriors, right? But we're not alone. We've got the light beings with us. So bring them in. Clear this stuff, because this is a high vibration of bringing in everything that you've ever wanted, right? Not allowed to be in fear. It doesn't exist in heaven, in new earth. Unforgiveness, resentment released now is replaced with the high vibration of unconditional love. And as masters, you bring in the symbols and you connect now down to Gaia and receive this high light vibration to activate your DNA codes, to activate your full light activation power, and allow Reiki and life force to be the answer. Let go and allow this universal life force to flow through you and to wash away all unforgiveness and get into a high vibration in the present moment so that no spirits or snake demons can get you. And we ask this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. I love you. Thank you.